Hello and welcome to NewsX World. I'm Thomas Porteous. We start on our coverage in light of the escalating tensions between India and Pakistan. Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is leading a critical high-level meeting with CDS and TRI service chiefs. Meanwhile, Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Singha is visiting Uri to meet with soldiers and review the ground situation. India's capital Delhi remains operational as airport authorities confirm normal operations, despite some flights being impacted due to changing airspace conditions and heightened security. In response to escalating tensions between India and Pakistan, the Bureau of Civil Aviation Security has implemented enhanced security measures. Pakistan has claimed on May the 5th that a post appealing to its international partners for financial aid amid rising tensions with India was fake earlier in the day. In the Economic Affairs Division of the government of Pakistan asked its allies for more loans while claiming heavy losses inflicted by neighbour India. The Indian Army confirms that Pakistani troops launched coordinated drone and munitions attacks along the western border during the night of May the 8th and May the 9th. Multiple ceasefire violations took place along the line of control. The Indian Army responded with force and intercepted the threats promptly. Pakistan deployed swarm drones in a coordinated strike attempt across LOC and border areas. The Indian Army's air defence destroyed over 50 drones in a major operation covering Udhampur, Samba, Jammu and Anknaur. We are now joined by guests to discuss this situation in more detail. We have Dr. V.N. Jha, former Indian Air Force officer located in New Delhi. We're also joined by Andrew K.P. Lung, independent China strategist from Hong Kong. And we're also joined by Shruti Dasgupta, geopolitical expert, also located in New Delhi. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us with this discussion. Group VN Jha, I want to get your obviously there's been a lot of developments within the past 8 or so hours, the main one being this drone attack and artillery shelling on the area of Jammu and Kashmir. Can I get your reaction to when you heard about these attacks, your response, and how you think that this situation is going to develop? Let's just stick within the next 24 hours, as it seems to be escalating quite rapidly.
Thank you very much, Thomas. It's a pleasure to be on your channel. Yes, Indian Armed Forces has been giving a befitting reply to Pakistan. Having carried out Operation Sindoor, which was essentially meant against the radicals, terrorists and jihadists at their own places, I thought possibly the matter will somehow subside. I thought Pakistan Armed Forces and the administration, political groups, they were not standing with the jihadists. That's what most of us we thought, that when we were hitting the jihadists because they had carried out a dastardly attack on our soil, possibly Pakistan administration will be sensible enough to dissociate themselves from the radical groups and remain as a good neighbor that India always had been. But that was not to be. They chose to escalate, and that escalation happened on the same day, on 7th itself in the evening, when they carried out many of the drones and some missile attacks across the LOC and some other bases as well, which was across the international border. This is not a mere violation of ceasefire. Ceasefire is across the line of control. When you reach out 100 kilometers or more than that within the territories of India, it is not ceasefire. It is the frank attack mounted onto a nation. That happened day for yesterday as well as yesterday. Yesterday, since 8:30 or so, it was very, very high rate of fire from the Pakistani. It was not only the small arm or the heavy arm fire, it was also drone. There were missiles. All these were being pounded onto the Indian cities and especially on the Air Force bases. So this is nothing but but a complete operation of the attack, armed forces attack, military attack onto India. It's a war. There is no other word that we can mention it. So once war has been mounted, Indian government, Indian armed forces have sustained. It has defended well itself. But I think there is a time now come that India should get out of the mind of defending itself. When your army, when your enemy is something like Pakistan, which is too treacherous, I think we should stop waiting for the strike to come on to us and then retaliate. Rather than that, be proactive, hit the enemy hard so that it is unable to stand thereafter. We understand very well that Pakistan also is a nuclear state, a rogue nuclear state, which has openly declared that its nuclear arsenals are for against India only, India specific. So we know all this, but we are not undeterred. We are not scared of Pakistani utterance of nuclear war. It's embarrassing. It's a very bad on part of any nuclear state to say that we will use nuclear arsenal. Well, if they chose to do so, India has got a very credible second strike capability. And on the first day of the nuclear testing for the warheads, India had declared itself that it will not go into the first use, but it will have the second strike capability disproportionate. And I think that should convey the message to Pakistan that if it chooses to go onto the end button, there will be no Pakistan left on the next morning. It will be wiped out from the map of the world. It's a very clear indication. So I think it is a time for us to realize, for the world to realize, how long is the world going to tolerate this jihadi attack, this radical attacks, the terrorist attacks onto a neighboring nation. I think it is the time that we must stand firm and teach them a lesson, and that is what I wanted to say.
Yes, I want to move to Shruti Dasgupta next.